La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La la la.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, and welcome fellow Toastmasters and honored guests. In honor of the 70th anniversary of Toastmasters in Hawaii, I'd like to talk about how Toastmasters has helped me. I think there's three basic groups of people who come to Toastmasters. One group is the people who don't speak English as their first language. They're just kind of trying to improve their fluency. Then there's the second, probably the biggest group of people who do a lot of public speaking and just want to hone their skills at that. And then there's the third group, which I am in, which is the introverts, where they're just trying to improve their confidence in social situations in general. So when I first started in Toastmasters decades ago, I was so self-conscious that it was really difficult for me to remember what I was going to be talking about. A little bit like I'm feeling right now. But as I went through the program, with the help of the tools provided by Toastmaster, and especially by the just the repetition of doing speech after speech, I found myself getting a lot more confident. And along the way, I found that one key thing to kind of get rid of self-consciousness was to have a passion about what you were talking about. The speeches that I did the best was when it was a subject that I really cared about a lot. So speaking of things that I really care about a lot, that brings me to Toastmasters 2.0. Now I've come back to Toastmasters. I'm still very much in group number 3, the introverts, but now I also find myself in group number 2 of the public speakers, because believe it or not, I am now a YouTube influencer with 36,000 subscribers. And I became an influencer because of the passion I had, because I became aware of a very special musical artist about 5 years ago, and I just felt so much passion about this artist who has changed so many people's lives that I felt compelled to tell the world about this person. And so compelled that I was able to muster the courage to put myself out there, at least virtually in front of a camera, for thousands of people, like every day, talk about like passion kind of overriding shyness there. That's a really good example. I also want to thank Toastmasters for my previous experience with Toastmasters for helping me to get started, because one thing I remembered was that it's that first step is the hardest, but once you get going, it's easier. And I also want to thank Toastmasters in advance for how they're going to help me in the future to become a better YouTube influencer. Now, you may all be asking, who is this special musical artist? All I can say about that is, stay tuned for my icebreaker speech next week.